Okay, this is part one of a three-part problem. But in this problem, what we're doing is trying to figure out what the mass ratio is in compound A. Part two is solving for compound B. So we'll do both of those in this problem and compare them. So what does it look like? Consider two compounds. Compound A contains 2.77 grams of phosphorus and 9.53 grams of chlorine. So this is one of our laws talking about proportions. And so we're given mass because that's how we can find it using scientific instruments. But what it's really boiling down to is that ratio of atoms, right? We can't have partial atoms. We can't have partial phosphorus atoms or partial chlorine atoms. And so it has to solve to a whole number ratio. But in the problem, we're going to solve for a mass ratio. And then later on, we could solve for, well, what exact molecule are we dealing with? So what we have is phosphorus at 2.77 grams and chlorine at 9.53 grams. And so, and it says, what is the ratio of chlorine to phosphorus? So I'm going to do chlorine divided by phosphorus. So 9.53 divided by 2.77. And I get 3.44 is my ratio. So now let's look at our next one, which would be part two. And we got 40.9 divided by 11.9, and we get 3.44 again. So those are looking like they are probably the same molecule because they have the same mass ratio. Now, if you had this problem and say in compound A, this number was missing, and then compound B with the same compound, or say it's compound A again, and you're given both of them, then you could solve for the mass ratio and then apply that to, if you didn't know this number, you could take that 3.44, multiply it by 2.77 and find what that mass. So this problem could be asked several different ways, all in with the understanding that we're talking about a mass ratio, which boils down to that whole number ratio of the atoms. Let's check our answer. There we go.